another intense game. Not a lot of free ice out there, but both teams did very well closing ice. We were able to capitalize on a few good forechecks, got some turnovers, for us, when they made a real push, Luka was excellent for us. Keep the lead, but penalty that we can't take at the end of the second period, and then they scored on that power play. You could feel the energy on their side, momentum on their side, but I thought our PK did a great job, and then two, when Luka made a few saves, our guys calmed down and we were able to play pretty smartly the rest of the way and limit some chances. But we know that's a dangerous team over there. I think we did a good job respecting that and getting back above, so we didn't give too many odd man rushes. That's a team that can be really dangerous. So I like the way that we were quick to recognize that it wasn't a great situation, and we got back on the defensive side of the puck. Maybe one of our better games all year doing that. So the guys were alert on the bench. There was a lot of positive chatter and talk about playing the right way and managing the puck, and we did a lot of that. Again, one of our better games for getting pucks behind their D and making sure that, one, we could pressure them, but two, if they did get it, it wasn't clean breakouts with lots of odd man rushes. So we had to try to limit and take their speed away, and for the most part we did a pretty good job of that. So it was a good win for us.
Questions? Rich?
Good bump going into Monday night.
Sure, of course.
Elaborate a little.
Of course, you want to have momentum and positive energy, and Providence beat us, even though we thought we played one of our better games on Friday night. We didn't come away with the win, so we got swept. But we had a good bounce back last week, and now we're kind of trending in the right direction.
Richard?
When I talked to you this week, you mentioned that second line played really well Friday. Thought maybe a little bit of a setback on Saturday. Do you feel like they're kind of back to what they looked like in that first game?
They did. The lines were in a real blender tonight, so they had a lot of combinations. But when those three were together, they did a real nice job. They got the goal, and I think they were reading each other well. There was maybe one play in the third when they didn't read each other and they gave up an odd man rush. But other than that, the rest of the game, they were excellent together.
Could you walk me through just what you saw on the play, the turnover you guys forced to lead to James' second goal, off a face-off, I think, in the D zone?
Yep, came in the D zone, and I'm not even sure how Dean poked it. Whether it was a bobble or not, I'd have to watch it again. But Dean got out there quick, used his long reach, and then they were able to execute on the 2-on-1, which is huge.
It seemed like BU came out very fast on it. Just how do you think you guys are managing that? What were they doing well from the jump?
Yeah, they're a good team. They had the initial momentum. And we were kind of doing a decent job weathering the storm. I thought we got a lot of sticks on pucks. We got some key blocks. So we know you're going to have those defensive plays against a good team, and we were able to weather the storm basically until when we got that first goal. I think we settled down and started to play a lot, just a little calmer head.
Seven?
You had Andre back in tonight, you had Hemi mixed in, and then now Stieg is back out, and Jelvik is still out. What can you say about this offense still heating up even with all the movement going on?
Yeah, it takes everybody. Every team goes through that, and this is our time, so I think we had every healthy body in the lineup tonight. So we hope we get guys back, but we have confidence that everyone can play. So tonight we called a few different numbers, and everyone did their job.
A lot of talk in this press conference tonight about Luka. What can you say about how his game has kind of progressed as the season's gone on?
Yeah, you could really see the confidence building. Obviously, coming in as a freshman, first couple weeks, he was trying to figure things out. Was getting used to college hockey, the speed, the shots, but really you could just see, even in practice, just a little bit more each day, each week. And now I think he's so comfortable in his shoes, and you can just see that he's got great presence out there. He's excited to be in the moment, not kind of nervous about it. You can see it, you can read his body language, and we've seen it in practice. I think it's probably right around the Vermont series that there was a switch, and kind of that was when he settled in and really started to let his talent come out. So he's been great, and his mental attitude has been outstanding, whether the momentum's on their side or our side, or if he gives up a goal, he's always coming over to the bench in the TV timeouts and talking to the guys. So he's been outstanding.
Joshua?
Yeah, mentioned that you hope everyone comes back. Do you have any updates on Teddy and Ryan's status, or?
It's day to day, not week to week, but I'm not sure. The medical guys.
Andrew?
Well, I guess just following up real quick on that, do you anticipate that they could be back on Monday or still?
We're hoping,
Okay.
but it's not definite either way. But again, like I said, it's more day to day than week to week, so we'll see.
Jack?
You, Will, and Jake combine on that goal, and why have they been so good this season?
Yep. First, they play the right way every night. They don't cheat at the game ever, and I think they get rewarded for that. Secondly, they're good players. They read each other extremely well, so they recognize opportunities when they present themselves, and they don't go out of their way fishing for opportunities. But I think so much of their offense comes from being sound defensively. They're able to either get turnovers, limit other teams, and then head down and make turn those into chances. But they played together some last year, and they just have a real chemistry. You can recognize it. So very happy, but mostly because they play such a thorough, detailed game, the whole 200 feet.
Rich, and then we'll have with Bridget.
Coach, did Dean and James kind of look like future pros in that 2-on-1? I mean, that looked like as good execution as you could see on that kind of play.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they're good, very good players. They practice hard. You work all week to have those situations, or for years you work to be able to execute in those situations. You don't get a ton of 2-on-1s in a college hockey game. So the fact that they got the opportunity and executed on it is huge. And yeah, you see that in the NHL. That's what guys do.
And you have Gasso get that first goal. He's had points in every game since he's come back. How big of an addition has he been to just revitalize the lineup, give you a little bit of extra balance there?
Yeah. Not only the leadership of having one of your senior captains come back, but he has presence throughout the game. He's key for us in the defensive zone. He's on both power play and penalty kill. He wins faceoffs. He plays against the other team's top guys. So in every facet of the game, it's huge to have him back in the lineup. Gives us, of course, more depth, but also his presence, either on the ice or on the bench, is outstanding and gives our team a lift.
All right, thanks everyone.